The Los Angeles Chargers are full throttle this offseason, looking to add another piece to make their offense even more explosive. And the position that's catching everyone's attention? Tight end. After a solid year from Will Dissly, we know he still doesn't fully meet the team's needs. And with Stone Smart leaving in free agency, the position is looking thin. Many experts and mock drafts are pointing to the Chargers going all in on a tight end in the first round, with Colston Loveland from Michigan being a popular pick. His connection to coach Jim Harbaugh plays a big role here, but there's another scenario that's been gaining steam, and it's pretty wild. Chris Trapasso from CBS Sports suggested that the Chargers could trade up from number 22 to number 13, swapping with the Miami Dolphins to land Penn State tight end Tyler Warren. And why would the Chargers make such a bold move? Well, Warren had a ridiculous 2024 season, catching 104 passes for 1,233 yards and 8 touchdowns. This guy is a monster, and if the Chargers can add him into the mix, it's going to make it nearly impossible for defenses to focus on just one threat. Imagine trying to stop Ladd McConkey running down the seam while Warren is wide open, tearing through the defense. It's going to be a nightmare. This move would solidify the Chargers' offensive weapons for Justin Herbert, giving him 2 lethal targets. And with the depth this team has, this could be the final piece that makes their offense unstoppable. What do you think? Should they go for this massive offensive upgrade? The Chargers' defense is already solid, with stars like Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, and Bud Dupree. But would adding a player like TJ Watt turn this defense into something other teams fear? Well, this might not be as far-fetched as you think. After parting ways with Joey Bosa and with Mack and Dupree getting older, the Chargers could be looking to add another elite pass rusher. Enter TJ Watt, the dynamic edge rusher from the Pittsburgh Steelers. His future in Pittsburgh is uncertain after he posted a cryptic photo on social media, flashing a peace sign, which sparked rumors about a potential contract dispute. This has opened the door for other teams to consider trading for him, and the Chargers might just be in a prime position to pull off a deal. With the cap space available, they could negotiate a trade for Watt, and trust me, this would elevate their defense to another level. Imagine Watt joining Mack and Tuipulotu to form one of the most terrifying pass-rushing trios in the NFL. Not only would this make the Chargers a much more dangerous team, but it would also give Harbaugh the defensive backbone he needs to win games with a defense wins championships mindset. But here's the catch. The Steelers are unlikely to let Watt go without a serious fight. He's the centerpiece of their defense, and Pittsburgh will do everything they can to keep him. But if the Chargers can pull this off, it would give their defense a terrifying new edge. So, will this happen? Keep your eyes peeled, because if the Chargers land Watt, they'll be a serious contender in the AFC. With Jim Harbaugh's second season underway, expectations are higher than ever. But even with a competitive roster, there are still areas in need of reinforcement, especially on the defensive line. And guess what the experts are saying? It looks like the Chargers will focus on beefing up the trenches early in the 2025 draft. ESPN and several anonymous NFL executives are in agreement that GM Joe Hortiz and Harbaugh will target the defensive line in the first rounds of the draft. As we know, Harbaugh's teams have always been built around strong lines of scrimmage, and this year will be no different. The departure of defensive tackles Poona Ford and Morgan Fox left a significant hole in the Chargers' defensive interior, and this needs to be addressed immediately if the defense is going to keep up with the explosive offenses in the AFC. Hortiz, having spent 25 years with the Ravens, is no stranger to creating dominant defenses, and adding a player like Kenneth Grant could be the answer. Grant, an All-American defensive tackle, was recruited to Michigan by Harbaugh himself, someone Harbaugh has called a gift from the football gods. If the Chargers can land Grant in the first round, they would have a massive force in the middle of their defense, a run stopper who could help dominate the line of scrimmage. If Grant joins the Chargers, this defense would become a nightmare for opposing offenses, especially when controlling the clock and stopping the run. Harbaugh's philosophy has always been to win games in the trenches, and adding a guy like Grant could be the key to dominating the AFC West. But will the Chargers be able to grab him at pick number 22, or will they need to trade up? That's a huge question, but one thing is for sure: if they land Grant, This defense will be a force to be reckoned with. The NFL free agency market is heating up, and one of the most talked about stories among Chargers fans is the potential return of Keenan Allen to Los Angeles. If you've been following the rumors, you know things are getting intense, especially after Allen made some interesting moves on social media. Allen, who spent years as one of the Chargers' top offensive weapons, played for the Chicago Bears last season, but things didn't go quite as planned. Despite a struggling Bears offense, Allen finished with 70 receptions, 744 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And now, with free agency underway, rumors are swirling that Allen could make a return to Los Angeles. The most telling sign: he reshared a post from Mike Williams, his old teammate, asking him to come back to LA. And it's not just Williams who's excited about the possibility. Even coach Jim Harbaugh weighed in, saying anything's possible when asked about Allen's return. With plenty of cap space, the Chargers are in a prime position to bring Allen back. This would not only strengthen the offense, but also give Justin Herbert a reliable target who could help him finally make a playoff run. The question now is, will the Chargers pull the trigger on this move? There's a lot of speculation, but if Allen joins the Chargers, he would reunite with Herbert and Williams, forming a dynamic trio that could be the key to success in the AFC West. The question is, will the Chargers make it happen? With all these moves and speculations, the future of the Los Angeles Chargers is looking bright. From the potential addition of Tyler Warren to the offense, to a defense that could become unstoppable with TJ Watt, and possibly the return of Keenan Allen, this is shaping up to be a massive year for the Bolts. But what do you think? Will these moves happen? Which one excites you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on the Chargers. Bolts up!